Hey, Richest, you money maniacs, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about how to have great habits. Let's get right to it. Hey everybody, I am Tom from Richest. Thanks for checking us out again. In this video, we're going to talk about how to have great habits. What do you have to do to have great habits? Well, first of all, why would you even want to have great habits? Here's why. Because people who are successful have habits that make them rich and successful. See, that's the secret. People don't realize that the habits they've developed over the course of their lives have led them to where they are. They've led them to being broke, or to being depressed, or to being angry all the time, or to not getting along with people. These are the habits that you've developed since you were a little child because of the things that have been thrown at you throughout your life. So if you're watching this video and you're wondering, why don't I have more friends? Why don't I have more money? Why don't I have the success and the fame and the celebrity that I've been dreaming of all of my life? Well, the reason for that is because of the habits that you have created along the way and you didn't even know it. Now, what is a habit? A wonderful acronym for habits that we actually just recently created is how anybody can become incredibly talented and successful. And that means for both. Now let's think about that for a second. Habits. How anybody can become incredibly talented and successful. Habits, right? But wait a minute. Habits don't just make you successful. They also make you unsuccessful. They also make you unlucky. They also make you unhappy. A lot of folks don't take responsibility for the habits that they have that drive them into the hole every single time. You know what? Gambling is a great example of that. Somebody who has habitual gambling habits, right? They love to gamble and they can't seem to help themselves and they're always broke. They're always in debt. They're always getting, run out of their home or losing their car or losing their job because they gambled everything away. Or someone who is an alcoholic. They have the habit of going to alcohol, and they have the habit of going to drugs to ease the pain of whatever it is in their life that they're trying to forget. That's a habit. Now, people who are super successful have habits that actually lead them to more success. They do things and they think every moment of the day in a particular way, the habitual way that actually brings them more opportunity and more success and more money. They refine their skill every day. They get better at making money. They get better at speaking in front of large crowds. They get better at running their business or finding new businesses and buying them. That's how powerful habits are. It can either make you super successful or super broke and super unsuccessful. It can make you super happy or it can make you extremely depressed. It can make you the life of the party or so much fun to be around or someone that everyone wants to know, or it can make you somebody who just nobody wants to be near and they can't stand even being in the room with you for more than 30 seconds, and that's only because they have to work at this job with you. So this is the power of habits. It all comes from what you're thinking about. So how do you do this? How do you make it so that you get these proper habits? Well, it all starts with your thinking. How do you think? Have you ever listened to the things that you think inside your head, or even more importantly, what you say out loud? Have you ever thought about what does it mean when I say, I'm such a loser? Why did I do that again? I'm such a loser. I am the most unlucky person. Money always goes away from, I can't stand it. I'm always broke. I hate this job. I can't do this. This stinks. I'm the worst at this. Listen to people. Listen to how they talk to themselves. That self-speech is programming your consciousness to function that way, to act that way, to put yourself in circumstances that cause you to get more of that. Now I'm touching a little bit on the law of attraction, but I don't want to get into that too much. I want to stay more on the idea of, well, what do you have to do? You have to change the way you think. You have to start reprogramming your computer, your personal computer that you carry around with you every day, to think differently. Now it's going to be baby steps, right? Because if you're really not used to thinking positively and not used to being encouraged, you're going to have to take baby steps. It isn't about being super successful and super happy right now all the time. All you need to get started is to just feel a little bit better. Be a little bit more appreciative throughout the day, a little more grateful for the fact that you're alive, that you get this opportunity, maybe even just for the fact that you got to see this video and it got you to think a little bit differently about where you are in life and maybe the opportunities that you didn't even recognize before. You have things around you just by the fact, and I know you do, because if you're watching this video, you have access to some kind of computer, some kind of browser that plays videos, and that means you have internet access as well. That's an incredible amount of technology that you have access to just to be able to watch this video. That very same technology can be used to help you learn to make more money, learn more habits, to be able to learn how to shape your life, right? So now you change your thinking and you change the way you speak. That's the next step. You don't speak ill. You only speak in the positive. And here's why. Because only the positive matters to you from now on. Nothing negative matters anymore. It's not your preference, but you don't focus on it. What you focus on is, well, it's wonderful that life showed me this negative experience because now I know what I don't want. What I do want is this. And so I'm going to talk about this and how it makes me feel better to think about that and how wonderful it'll be as I work my way towards achieving that. Remember, it's not, you don't want to talk about getting there and being super successful. You want to talk about how wonderful it is to be on the journey towards getting that. It's that journey of movement in the right direction finally that becomes the joy in your life. The every day that you wake up excited and enthusiastic about what's going to happen today. So your thoughts are first, how you speak is next, and then what you do, your actions, are the final step. If you're thinking right and you're talking right, you won't be able to help yourself. You will take action that will spark your body to move and do certain things that you've never done before. You will find yourself not spending time with certain friends because they make you feel depressed or they make you feel like you're not good enough. You'll actually find yourself finding other people who are doing what you're doing. They're on their path, their journey to finding success and happiness and joy and health and wealth and time and freedom. Then you love being around them and they love being around you because they love cheering you on while you're on your journey. See, that's a big difference. Those two different crowds that bring you down will tell you how you're not good enough and you shouldn't bother trying and it's not worth it and what makes you think you're so special. Whereas people who are super successful actually on a very regular basis encourage each other because they know how exciting it is to make their dreams come true. Now here's another secret. I've already told you part of the secret about when you're on your journey, that's the joy in your life. It isn't that you reach each goal and that you reach your success and then you're there and you're happy. No, you're happy along the way. And here's why. Because once you get to a goal, you'll set a new goal. You always need another goal to set. You always need to look beyond. And that way, you're always growing and expanding, and you're always on this joyful journey in life, showing you how incredible the world is and how incredible life can be, especially how abundant the world is. That is one of the biggest false premises in the world right now, that there is not enough abundance in the world. The fact of the matter is, the world, the universe, everything is far more abundant than we could ever imagine. All it takes is different thinking, different speaking, and different action. Because what you'll do is you'll find opportunity to create abundance. You'll find opportunity to exchange services or values with other people who have abundance in our life and have been looking for you. They've been looking for that person to share that exchange with, and they'll give you abundance for the service or the thing that you give them. It's just a matter of changing your thinking, changing the way you speak, and then taking action on it and being definitive about what's important to you. Listen, every second of every day in my life, I focus specifically on the things that I want and the things that I am going after and the goals that I want only. I don't watch the news. I very rarely go on social media unless it's part of something that I want. I'm promoting my music, or I'm promoting Richest You, or I'm building lessons for folks, or I'm helping people out. That's it. Only for positive things. It's every second of every day. And when I'm not working towards my goals, I'm allowing my body to heal, or I'm making myself stronger by keeping healthy, or I'm spending time with the ones that I love. Things that I love to do. Even when I go to see movies or listen to songs, music, I'm very careful about what I watch or what I listen to, because whatever I take in, that's what I'm programming in my brain, and that becomes my reality. Remember something, your truth, your reality is created by you every single day, by what you look at, what you think about, what you talk about, what you take action on. That's your reality. Now, I won't go too far into that. That's a whole nother video. But the idea here is that to create new habits, it starts with your thoughts, it starts with and then your words, and then your action. But you have to do it consistently long enough to experience a little bit of success, a little bit of growth, just that baby step, and then a little step more, and then another step, and then another step. And then a week, a month, 6 months, a year later, you'll look back and go, holy cow, look where I was and look how far I've come. People talking about me completely different now. They think about me completely different. I've heard feedback about my reputation. People are becoming impressed with the things that I'm doing, and they love spending time with me. This is incredible. My life has completely changed just because I changed my habits. How anybody can become incredibly talented and successful. You just have to make sure that you're becoming incredibly talented and successful at good things and not incredibly talented and successful at bad things. Now, it may seem really simple and really commonsensical to you that this is ridiculous. This guy's just telling me stuff that I've heard a million times on a whole bunch of different videos or seen it in memes all the time. Yeah, but the difference is you've never actually applied it before. And maybe you did, but you only did it for a short amount of time. You never did it long enough to make it a real habit. It's not until you actually discipline yourself and act and move with character that you are able to form permanent habits. That's the difference. And that's where 99% of the world stops, because nobody nowadays has an attention span past 6 seconds, let alone how long it takes to actually establish a permanent habit. Think about that. If you really want to be successful, if you really want to draw wealth into your life and abundance, and then find ways to create abundance and more wealth and more happiness and bring more fun people to spend that time with and more people that you love into your life, you must discipline yourself to develop permanent habits. There's the challenge. Do you actually have what it takes to stay the course long enough? Do you actually have the fortitude and the strength of will, of heart, to stay the course? Only time will tell. So, if you like this video, definitely click the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to be able to let you know every time we have content coming out. Also, if you'd like to learn more about money and habits and money habits and how to master money, definitely take a look at the link in the description down below for our course, The Richest You, Mastering Money. And that's it for right now. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you all again real soon.